Not Ready for Tomorrow. 4 Steps to Breaking Up with Failure by Thomas Spurlock. Ready for tomorrow. I'm never ready for the next day. Not because I don't want to be, but because out of the hundreds of opportunities in front of me, I suck at choosing which opportunity I should go after next. So to help me not waste entire days of my life in indecision about what to do next, I've begun to ask myself this question on an almost hourly basis. Out of all of the things that I want to do, which thing will make the biggest difference to my future if I get it done right now? Even though this helps me sort my goals by priority, the time it will take me to finish my goals is not guaranteed. On top of that, new opportunities come up, and the new opportunities become more goals to add to my list every day. Looking at my goals on paper is both inspiring and overwhelming. The frustration is real because I'm so tired of trying to catch up to all the progress I should have made by now. I learn something new every day, and with every new thing that I learn, it seems like I'm even further behind in life than I already thought I was. The good news here is that it only took me 40 years to realize that if I can find the common thread in my goals, then I can use that thread to go after all my goals at the same time, as long as I know how to multitask. You have to know your limitations. If you can only handle 2 goals at a time, don't sacrifice the quality of your work trying to squeeze in another one. The quality of the work you put into achieving your goals dictates the impact those goals will have on the future you are hoping for. My ultimate goal is to become the person that I want my children to be, and I'm light years away from ever reaching that goal. It is only because of my children that truly reaching my goals became important to me. Until my first daughter was born, my goals were vague daydreams that other people wanted to come true more than I did. Anyone who knows me has asked me at least once, when are you going to go into a studio and record your music? Or, when are you going to paint some new paintings? Honestly, I never really tried to answer these questions, but I did make excuses why I hadn't done these things. And sometimes I even lied and said I was working hard on new projects. I was trying not to look like a failure, even though I felt like one. The truth was, I had no clue how to do what I really wanted to do. I was scared of making a fool of myself. I totally expected whatever I tried to do to fail. That expectation of failure is what I'm used to. It's like having a cloud full of doubt over your head that follows you wherever you go, waiting for you to be excited about something so it can rain down negativity and wash away those positive thoughts. You could even say I've had a long-term relationship with failure. If failure was a person, it's the friend who reminds you of all the times you fell short of your goals or didn't get what you wanted. Failure smiles in your face and says, you know that's not going to work, right? Failure is not asking a question as much as it's trying to discourage you from ever trying to really live your life. My relationship with failure goes way back, like grade school back. Even with all the things I can say I did as a kid, there are so many other things that I wanted to do, but never even tried. At times, there were things I wanted to say to people, but fear of failure and rejection kept my courage to a minimum, and I kept my mouth closed. I think it's safe to say we've all heard that closed mouths don't get fed. The older I get, the more I understand what this really means. Earlier in my 20s, I tried to become a recording artist and recorded an album of music. My partner/producer Paul and I worked 50-50 on a 10-song album that we called Inside a Man. Paul produced 10 tracks, and I wrote 10 songs. Paul recorded me singing all the vocals. We spent at least a year meeting in his apartment studio, trying different ideas. Paul is a classically trained pianist who is as close to hip-hop as he is to the blood in his veins. And I am an old-school rap and R&B junkie who likes his music emotional and gutter like the blues and rock and roll. Our goal was to make the most diverse group of songs that anyone around us had ever heard. When we finished recording everything, we tried to make the songs sound professional, using our limited understanding of mixing. We didn't have money to get professional help. We turned this part of the song up. We turned that part of the song down. We put this part on the left side, and we put that part on the right side. I insisted on maxing out the treble on every track so that everything would sound clear. This is a huge mistake, by the way. Real sound engineers know exactly what I'm talking about right now, so you know how horrible of a mix job this must have been. We took what little money we did have and we paid for a mastering session on 10 songs that lasted less than an hour. Again, I can hear sound engineers out there laughing at how bad this all sounds. We also got the album copyrighted. We connected with other musicians and independent artists, and we started a band. I just knew that because of all the hard work we had done and all the time we had put into this album, that we would blow up and the record would be successful. The songs were nice, and everyone we knew said all 10 of these songs are hits. So it was that much more disappointing when we only sold a handful out of the 100 CDs we had pressed. They were bought by family and friends at a few small shows we put together here in Memphis, Tennessee. We had a lot of fun creating and dreaming. We learned a lot from the work we did, and I would never trade any of the experience of it all. We just didn't reach the goals we were hoping for.